Ladies and gentlemen, it is your mate Narlin here, and today we are going to look at how do we get the Corvette faster. So I'm going to run you through exactly how we get these smugglers marks as quick as we possibly can so you can get the Corvette faster in this new season of Skull and Bones. So stick around. I am going to start with doing a Sherlock's, I can't remember exactly what these are called, so let's just jump onto this here together. It's Sherlock's Precious. So we're going to do this convoy. And incidentally, this convoy is going to help us with getting the Corvette faster. So we're going to jump onto this. We're going to call for help, so we can hopefully get this done nice and quick. And then we're going to go back to port, and I'm going to show you exactly what we need to do to get the Corvette as quick as we possibly can. So here we go. We're cracking into it. And you can see now this ship here has a barrier on it. Now we want to get that barrier down as soon as we can. Now for this, I've actually equipped my Naga's Calls guns. Now I do have a video on the Naga's Calls guns, and these guns really do help with getting these barriers down as quick as possible. You can see that we're hammering through the barriers. And once that barrier is down, we can start doing some real damage to this ship. Now the other thing that I have equipped to this ship is I have got things that are going to help us with electrical damage and burning damage. So those are key because those are part of getting those smugglers points as quick as possible, because there are challenges related to getting that type of damage, and we want that type of damage. Okay, so you can see we're making relatively quick work of the ship once the barrier is down, and looks like we've got a friendly here with us as well to help out, which is really good. Because we want to crack through this convoy as quick as we possibly can. Right, so that's one down. Don't forget to pick up your loot. Unfortunately, this fella is in the way, so we will just... Now you see, to get down the barrier, this guy is firing health weapons at the barrier. That's another option for you. But I am using the Naga's Calls, and thank you very much for my mate Koala, who is affectionately known as Bud, for that little tip there. There we go, so that barrier is down, and we can really start to hammer this guy. We're a bit too close to him at the moment, unfortunately, but that's okay. Of course, it's still stormy weather out here in the ocean, as per usual. The other change here is that I have equipped different torpedoes to my ship to try and increase my burning damage, which again is helping us with our smugglers challenges here. So this is really key. And obviously doing that weak point damage is going to help us take out these ships as quick as possible. Quite a few ships that have joined us actually, which is actually a very, very handy. Now there is another key thing you can unlock in this season, which is a fast travel ability, and that's actually going to help us quite a lot. And I'll explain that fast travel ability as soon as we've finished this, which is almost done. But I really wanted to start this video today with the Sherlock's Precious mission, or Convoy. There we go, so all done. Alright, so we're going to just retreat out of this now. I know there are other ships there, but I am just going to head out of here so we can fast travel back to port. So, the key points that I want you to take away from this is the fact that I have equipped weapons that do like electrical damage and fire damage. Okay, so that is a couple of key points anyway. Not only that, doing these convoys is really, really important, okay? So as we head north, we're now neutral, fantastic. So, we can head back to one of our ports. We're going to go to, let's go to St. Anne, shall we? No, can't fast travel, I am still in combat. So, you notice that I am actually out in the open seas, and I can technically fast travel, okay? So, that is a really key point. Oh, of course he turns around on me. It is probably that one ship that is creating my combat status, so we'll just go and deal with him quickly. It is a DMC ship, but as you can see we can deal with him pretty quickly. He's a level 12. Nice and easy. And we are, oh, our pack is here all of a sudden. So we're not going to deal with our pack, we're just going to head back to port. We'll just avoid him completely here. So while we're doing this, actually, while we're sailing along, we're going to have a look at a couple of things. Seasonal journey. So what you want to do is unlock this as soon as you can. So unlocks fast travel to any valid outpost or den from sea while not in combat. Okay, so that is something you can unlock very, very quickly into the season. We're 2 days into the new season, and I unlocked that yesterday. I could have unlocked it on day one, but quite frankly, people, I wanted to go to bed, so that's why I didn't unlock it on the day. So here we go. We're coming into look at that. It's my beautiful frigate. Doesn't she look lovely? Alright, we'll disembark here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go back to St. Anne as quick as possible. There we go, St. Anne. And we can talk about some of these things that you can do to upgrade to the Corvette faster. Now, first things first is we're going to have a look at what I have already done. Alright, so let's have a look at the Smuggler's Pass itself. So you can see that I already have 24 of the 45 Smuggler's marks that I need to get to the Corvette blueprint. So let's have a look at the blueprints. So I'm almost there to get to 30, and there's the Corvette blueprint there. Okay, so we are not far away. 45 smugglers points to get to that blueprint. Now, the fact that I've done 24 of those in 2 days is pretty quick, And let's have a look at why I have done those quickly. So, if you go into your Smuggler's Pass, flick across to the trophy, I guess that's what you call it, and let's have a look at some of these things. So the Kraken Might event. Now I have tried the Kraken once. It is pretty OP. So I'm a level 17 ship now because we got upgraded to level 17 if you have all the right kit. And I was in there and we timed out on this particular mission before we could take him out. Now I'm expecting this to get easier as people get more attuned to how to do the Kraken. The next thing is complete plunders. Now plunders are something that I think are very underrated in Skull and Bones. I actually like doing plunders. Now I've done 2 of them so far, okay? But you'll notice it says complete 10 plunders. As we go down this list, you'll see complete 5 plunders, complete 20 plunders. So it's a good way to get, that's 2,000 smugglers points or 2 smugglers marks, okay? The next thing is bounty events. So this is nice and easy. Go do boss missions effectively. If you do 20 boss missions, that's 5 smugglers points. All right, that's a huge way to get towards that Corvette quicker. 20 contracts on the job board. I haven't done any of those yet, but again, 5 smugglers points. Okay, complete 20 plunders, complete 40 plunders. Cutthroat cargo events. I haven't done any of these yet, but that's 2,000 smugglers points or 2 smugglers marks. Complete 5 plunders gives you 1 smugglers mark. Craft the Corvette. Well, that's what we're aiming for. Now the next thing here is burning type of damage. Okay. Now you can see here there is 100,000 burning damage. Very easy to get to. 800 marks. 1 million burning type of damage. It takes you a little bit longer, but that's 3 smugglers marks. The next one is explosive damage. Sorry, I did mention earlier electric damage. That is incorrect. It's actually explosive damage. So my apologies. So I'm halfway there for 1 million. Damage with the Corvette. Now I did do the Corvette mission and I did race through that for your purposes in my Corvette mission. So apologies there, because I could have done more damage with the Corvette. I could have sat around and done more damage and got those 5,000 smugglers points. Burning type of damage, now that is 200,000. So you can see that burning type of damage, you've got 3 challenges there with burning type, okay? Oh, 4, there you go. So 400,000 burning type of damage, damage with the Corvette, infamy. This is another big thing. So this is effectively just playing the game. All you have to do is get 20,000 infamy, 40,000 infamy, 80,000 infamy, and you are earning smugglers marks. Sinking ships, again, underrated. Sink some ships, people. You can see there 2,500 smugglers points or 2.5 smugglers marks. Then we've got sink 320 ships, and you can see I've almost sunk 80, and that's 2,500 smugglers marks, okay? Smugglers points, I should say. And then you can see all the different types of ones that I've already done and how that is adding up for me at the moment. Now, that is the challenges. Now, this is the quickest way to earn smugglers points, okay? The next thing you need to look at is go into your seasonal journey. Now, once you have unlocked this, which is the first mission, you can then unlock the Cartographer's Guild, or Guile, I should say. Then what I would do is spend the money and get this 10% extra burning damage, 10% extra explosive damage, okay? And that's just going to help boost up those marks quicker. Then we go over to the trophy here, and you can see the weekly challenges. So you can see I've done every weekly challenge so far, except for obviously the Kraken. Need to do that Kraken. So those are some of the easiest ways to upgrade or get the blueprint for the Corvette blueprint. Now, the next thing we're going to have a look at is my ship. So we will have a look at my loadout here and some of the weapons that I have loaded. So on the bow, I have added the Hellgate Serpents. Now, the reason I've done this is that it deals burning damage while mending your own ship. So, what a great weapon. So you can see the total damage there, 5 plus 512. The on top of that, what I've done is I have, so you can see the burning plus 20%, plus 20% flooding. Flooding doesn't really matter, but I've added the modification of incendiary. I said that completely wrong. Um, and that adds 10.9% burning damage once I have ascended that. Precise patchwork, which again restores 224 severe damage to my ship, and then severity, a 12% chance of dealing an additional 109% damage as severe damage to the target. So that's what I've put on my front. Okay. Then we've got my Naga's calls. Okay, so the reason I've put the Naga's calls on is twofold. All right, so first of all, it does explosive damage, which we need for the we need that for the for doing the challenges, right? So we've got those on there. We've got chain reaction, which is really, really helpful, actually. I like chain reaction. I really do like the Naga's calls, and I have done a video on that in the past. Please go back and watch it. And then I've added some other basic things to those Naga's calls, but those are really helpful for the Sherlock's Precious Convoy missions, okay? Then I've got the Ash Breakers, okay? Now, I've put the Ash Breakers on because have a look at what the damage is there. That does 837 burning damage plus 418 explosive damage. These things are perfect for completing those challenges that we need, okay? So those bombards are exactly what we need to have. I've actually got those equipped to the back, which is totally fine. You can have them equipped wherever you want. But if I'm showing my bum at the enemy, that is what I should be using. Now let's go to my Ox weapon, and I've got Eye of Heaven on these. So these ones, again, these do a huge amount of explosive damage, okay? There's the lightning damage on there, but the explosive damage is huge, okay? Now what have I added on there? So sparks, electric damage, explosive damage again, plus 32.7. So that is a huge, huge amount of explosive damage to be doing to a ship, and that is all going to help us with completing those challenges as soon as possible. All right, so those are some of the key tips I have for you for trying to get the Corvette as quick as possible. Now, have a look at my Smuggler's Pass, because we're at 2 days into the new season, not even that, and I have 24 of my Smuggler's marks already. Okay, so 24 out of 45. So that's pretty good. Now, things will slow down. I guarantee you things will slow down, because what happens is once you complete these challenges, you'll sort of run out of ways to get Smuggler's marks. So you do that organically through playing the game and grinding it out, which, if you've been playing this game for a long time, you know that it is a bit grindy at times. But these are the key things that you need to be focusing on to try and get those marks as soon as possible. So hopefully this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please make sure that you give us a like and a subscribe. And, if you've got other tips that I have missed out, by all means, please chuck that in the comments, or any comments will be greatly appreciated. Thank you again, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.